Hi, my hoodoo boos. Hi, I'm the African witch bitch, hoodoo practitioner. Hi. I'm going to go ahead and answer a question that I keep getting asked over and over and over again. And it seems like no matter how many times I answer this question, people still keep asking me the same question over and over. And part of me don't fault them because it's not their fault if they don't know. So I'm going to quickly give you a tutorial on how to dispose and how to work jars. What do you do after you construct a jar? This right here is jar 101. Now there's different types of jars you can do. The two most popular ones that people do are sugar jars, honey jars, sweetening spells, whatever. It's all pretty much the same thing. Those are a jar, that's a jar to sweeten a situation. Okay. And then there's the other jar, which is a war jar, sour jar, vinegar jar. That has a different, meaning, different purpose as well. One is for sweetening a situation. One is for fucking somebody's world up. Okay. These two jars are the most popular that people construct, but they are disposed and worked differently. And let me give you a quick tutorial on what to do, the how, the why, the who, and what the fuck. Okay. When you do a sweetening spell, you're trying to sweeten a situation or a person or whatever to go your way. You got a fucked up ass supervisor or landlord, you want to sweeten that situation, you do a honey jar or a sweetening spell or a sugar jar on them to sweeten the entire situation. Court case coming up, place the judge and the opposing attorneys inside the sweetening spell and shit will go your way. Let's say you're married, you and your husband love each other, but you might be going through a rough patch. Sweeten that shit. You understand? In-laws are super fucked up. His big bald-headed ass mama don't like your ass. Sweetening. You know what I'm saying? That shit will make your enemies bend, and they will just be like super hella nice to you out of the blue and they don't know why. And even if you have little kids and they're at each other's throat, they're fussing and fighting and shit and they getting on your damn nerves, you want the siblings, your kids, to be sweeter to each other, nicer, get along, stop having you want to rip your goddamn edges out, sweeten their ass, okay? Now, on the flizzip, now when you work a sweetening jar, let me break it down to you real quick. You're going to have to work that bitch. You're going to heat it up in a pot. You get you a pot and add about this much water. Put the jar so the jar is not fully immersed in water. You're not boiling the jar, but you're going to heat it up and you're going to turn it and you're going to work it and you're going to sleep with it and you're going to hold it and you're going to keep putting your intent in it. You're going to burn chime candles and taper candles on top. Dress those candles in different herbs depending on the color, depending on what you're doing. It will depend on the color that you're using for the taper or the chime candles. And that's how you work a sweetening jar. You keep that shit on your altar to charge up and you keep working it until the situation is sweetened in your favor. That right there is how you work a sweetening jar. And once you are done, after everything is done and the court case is over and the siblings are getting along and you take that jar if you want to dispose of it and pour out its contents in nature and dispose of the jar, and mission accomplished. Okay. Now on the flizzip side, if you have a sour jar, war jar, what do they call it? Vinegar jar, whatever type of jar it is that you want to fuck somebody's life up. They have different names. It's pretty much the same thing. You do not, I repeat, you do not work that bitch. No, that jar is harboring a lot of negative damn energy. You hear a lot of witch bitches. I see them on they say, keep it in a dark place in your house and shake it up every now and then. No, you don't do that shit. The reason why is because that jar is harboring a lot of energy, negative energy, because you're putting a lot of negativity in that jar, and that whole jar can throw off the balance of your home. Now you wondering, why is your dude fussing with you? Why your cats ain't acting right? Why is everybody arguing? Why is your mama mad for no reason? Because you got that negative ass ball of energy in your damn closet because you listened to a dumbass bitch tell you to keep it in your house. Don't do that. I'm not trying to come for nobody. I know there's some people that choose to do it that way. I highly recommend, the African witch bitch highly recommends that once you finish constructing a sour jar, you get that bitch out of your house. This is how you dispose of it. A, bury it in a cemetery. If you do not have access to dig in a cemetery because your ass don't want to get locked up, then you go and you throw it away in the trash can of the cemetery. You can do it that way too. Bury it in the cemetery, throw it away in a trash can in the cemetery. Go to a moving body of water, a lake, a stream, a river, the ocean, and toss that bitch in the ocean. Hey, go to a wooded area and bury it there when nobody is around. You do not throw away that shit in your house. You do not bury it on your property. You do not bury it anywhere close to where you live. If you do decide to throw it in a dumpster, let it be a dumpster away from your motherfucking house. And once you toss it, bury it, whatever way you dispose of it, you don't look back. You keep walking and the work is complete. And you do not look back. You don't wonder and hope and maybe I should go redig it and see what it looked. No. Keep your nosy ass to yourself and trust the work. That's how you do. I don't want to see nobody else asking me, what do I do with the sour jar after it's constructed? Should I keep it in my house? Should I shake it up? Because I heard this witch bitch over here say that you're supposed to keep it and shake it every... No, you do not work a sour jar. Don't do that shit. So a lot of people get good and fucked up. Now, they have all the intents in the world of keeping that jar and fucking somebody who definitely deserve it, but now they're getting fucked up in the meantime because that jar harbors a lot of negativity. You need it away from you, and you trust the work, and you walk away, and you let go. Now, when shit start happening to them, you got to understand that you constructed that jar for a reason. You got to trust the work. That's why you're not real quick to throw somebody in a jar over some stupid shit. You make sure that it's well warranted. I am the African Witch Bitch. If you are in the market to purchase low-cost hoodoo supplies, hit up my website. If you're interested in more in-depth teaching, hit up my Patreon. Both of the links are in the description box below. Ashe. You guys have a great day.